Sorry, guys, just adjusting the windows because it is just me, so I can see everyone and everything. Right, let me put your faces over there for the moment, put that over there, and I'll do another let's begin. Right, let's begin. Okay, so we are going through Streamyard today, and I'm going to basically persuade you, if you're not creating content like this, that you need to start creating content like this. That's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to cover a bit of the how to do it as well. And we're also going to cover a bit of what to do, because that's just as important. So we always like why you should do it, how to do it, and what to do. They're the three things we always try and cover off in Yellow Tuxedo. Why my agenda doesn't say why, how, and what then. The middle one should be how, let's be honest. Let's keep going. So we're going to start with a hands up. So if you've got your camera off, feel free to either not join in, just press an emoji, or actually join in. I want to know who watches videos on the internet. Who's ever watched a video in any way, shape, or form on the internet? Yeah, hands up. Who listens to podcasts regularly? Okay, so what's that? 60%, isn't it? 2, 4, whatever. My maths is terrible. Who reads blogs ever? Right. And you must have read a blog at everyone that reads a blog without realizing it, because you ask it. Yeah, you never read one of our blogs, Anne. Because when you Google a question, 9 times out of 10, the answer to that question is a blog and you don't even realize it. Who enjoys short form? So we're talking like Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, just, thumb kind of scrollers. Who enjoys short form video on the internet in any way, shape, or form? Bit of this, bit of that. So long story short, we've all agreed we consume content. That's the point here. We've just agreed we consume content. So if we're all consuming it, we need to be creating it to be consumed, basically, because we know 100% of us in the Zoom right now consume content. In actual fact, 82% of internet traffic in 2022 is video. It's video, okay? And we're still out there putting a LinkedIn post out here, an Instagram kind of picture post there, something here, when 82% of the people using the internet are consuming, 82% of the traffic is video, right? That's absolutely mind-blowing stats, I think. Got some other stats for you today. I'm learning from Emily. So we want to talk more about this content. We want to set the scene, okay? So I Googled how many podcasts there were and was gobsmacked at how little there are, okay? So there are only 4 million podcasts registered worldwide. Now, let's remember there's 8 billion people in the world. We know not all 8 billion consume podcasts, but we are going to tell you how many do. So there are only 4 million podcasts registered worldwide. 25% of UK adults, so trying to bring it back to the UK for those of us a bit more geographically restricted, 25% of the UK adults regularly listen. And we know for a fact, I think 3 put their hands up in here. So 60, no, it's not. Hold on. Why is my math so bad today? Whatever. I need to include us. So 50% say that they have listened to a podcast. And a couple more throwaway stats here. 31% of podcasts are 20 to 40 minutes long. That is the highest kind of percentage for duration. And in 2021, Spotify reported an increase in podcast listening for every age group. So I don't know about you, but that pretty much tells me that podcasts are still growing. We did our first podcast. When would we have done it with The Outside Bride? 2018? No, earlier than that, 17?
17.
So 5 years ago, we did our first podcast, all right? And we may be talking about another one. Yeah, right. So that's I want to set the scene for podcasts, okay? Now, we know that the majority of traffic on the internet is video, 82%, but let's get a bit more, okay? Why is the notes not changed? The notes haven't changed. So let's talk about video when you start creating video. YouTube videos also appear on Google. So if you put something on YouTube, it appears on Google, bang for buck, efficiency. The second largest search engine and the second largest social platform in the world is YouTube. Hands up, who has ever wanted to know something, so you looked on YouTube to find the answer on how to do it? Yeah, like all of us. Fact. 62% of internet users use YouTube daily. Daily. Okay. Let's understand these figures. This is not on average per year. This is daily. 70% of viewers have made a purchase after seeing a brand on YouTube. No like trust happening when we're not even there. We're not even there. Hands up, I haven't got this here. This is one of my Alan bugbears at the moment. Hands up who has a celebrity in their head who they just think's awesome. A celebrity that, I'm not talking about hero worshipping, none of that. I'm talking about a celeb, but you think's a famous person, but you think's awesome. You like what they do, like me and The Rock. You know, a Rock poos gold, right? Literally poos gold in my head. Who put The Rock? Yeah, like, so we are all saying we do that we want our clients to do to us. So human nature means we can create an attachment to someone, that we can start that know, like, and trust process from the content they are putting out on the internet, because we've never met a celebrity, right?
You've met Andy Peters.
I've met Andy Peters. And like, so why aren't we all doing this? Why aren't we all channeling this? Okay. And the last one is 80% of consumers prefer to watch a video over a blog. And we had this conversation in the Digital Circus a couple of months ago, when we all agreed we were a bit bored of reading like long posts on Instagram and LinkedIn. We all agreed. I think there was about 10 or so of us, 100%, obviously. We all agreed we were bored of it. And we all agreed we'd much prefer a podcast, a video, even a short video, over reading these long-winded posts that we all do. Okay, we do it. Even I sit there some days and go, I need to put a post out today, and I go, I'm just going to put a picture in a long-winded thing. And I know, and I mean this in a nice way. I know that most of us will go, oh, Yellow Tuxedo's put a post on, like, scroll on, right? We've all done it. Okay, a small percentage will stop and read it. And it's great that a small percentage will stop and read it. But why don't we try and increase that percentage to a percentage who will consume what we're putting out, rather than a super small percentage who are going to stop and read it?
God bless Richard Hyron.
God bless Richard Hyron. Yeah, he reads everything we put out. However, something is always better than nothing. So if you're really not sure and you have a text post, that's better than nothing. We work in the world that something is better than nothing. And we're not just talking about social media here, just understand that. Okay. Have we set the scene about content and the consumption of content? Pretty much 100% of us agree that we want more video, podcast, short form content to consume. Agreed. Right. Let's move on. So why would we use Streamyard to do this? Now, Emily and I had a chat here. This is the first thing we've ever recommended that actually you have to pay for. And if I'm brutally honest, I don't think it's that good value either. I think it's £20 a month, something like that. I think there are better ways of creating this. But this does allow us to do certain things. And I'm going to talk about the affiliate program, because Emily and I pay £25 a month, but we don't pay it every month because we set up affiliate. And this is really important as we grow our ecosystems. We set up affiliate, so we only actually pay for about 6 months of the year. I'll come to that when we deep dive. We don't deep dive, we're doing a shallow dive into Streamyard.
Shallow dive.
A belly flop into Streamyard. So we all agree we want to create content because people are consuming it. But I'm trying to read my notes. This is quite funny. What I want you to understand is how simple and efficient it can be to create evergreen macro content that people are searching for. There's no point putting content out there called Emily and Alan at Yellow Tuxedo. No one's searching on that. Macro content has to be titled something that people are searching for, like how to change the tire on my car, right? Not a good example because that doesn't match any of us in here, but where we can, whilst we're in the early stages of content creation, we should be calling it something that people are searching for. And we can check that in Google Ads keyword tool. We know that fact, that's what we do. So I'm just going to run you through a real world example of creating optimized evergreen content with Streamyard in a simple and efficient manner, right? You do a live stream of Streamyard to 3 platforms at the same time: LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, done, right? YouTube, evergreen macro content, done, created. LinkedIn, Facebook, initial audience, pacified, engaged with, sorry, not pacified, engaged with, done, right? 10-minute live stream, half an hour, done, right there. 3 audiences done, 1 bit of evergreen macro content created. And we're going to come to what you can do in a minute. Extract the audio, extract that audio, upload it to your podcast platform. 12 podcast platforms, tick. You've done 1 10-minute live stream, okay? Yes, you've got to set it up. You have to set it up. But fundamentally, StreamYard allows you to extract the audio. I'm going to show you this. It's very clever, actually, what it's done recently. Upload that to your platform. And also, you're not rewriting the description because you've already created the description for your live stream. So you're copying, pasting that description into the podcast platform. Done. You use Otter AI, you upload the audio, you've got the transcribed blog ready to go onto your website, done. Same keyword for all of this. And at the bottom of that blog post, you put the artwork, but the feature image for that blog post is the artwork you've already created for the live stream. And at the bottom, you put links to the podcast and links to the YouTube video to create that macro content flywheel ecosystem going round and round and round. So we transcribed it on Otter AI, we've downloaded it, uploaded it as a blog.
I love a bit of Otter, by the way.
We're using Otter. We're trying to find a different version, aren't we? But we're currently using Otter. Then if we want to create short form, because you might just want to stop there. If you want, and sorry, just to recap those 12 podcasts, the blog, and the 3 live stream platforms, we wrote 1 description and we created 1 piece of artwork for all of that content. Okay. Then if we wish to, we can edit that video into shorter lengths, and you can do that in platform on StreamYard, or if you want to download it and edit it, you can. That's entirely up to you. And we can create shorts and we can create social posts. I'm purposely glossing over that part because that's not what we're specifically talking about today. We want to talk about the creation of the initial content. We can talk about we've talked about creating short form in previous videos that are in the backstage area, and we've talked about editing in previous videos in the backstage area. We can find them and we can share them out. Now let's revisit our ecosystem model here, okay? It's time to rethink. This is what we're always doing. Website at the middle. We want people coming to our website. We want to create virtual doors. Blogs, things like that are all virtual doors. Links from macro content and content are all virtual doors. We've got our inner ring, which is our email, which we can use to launch all of this content and share it out, engaging with our audience. We've got, I couldn't read it, you've got your preferred social platform. We're using that to launch and share. And then you've got your chosen macro content, which you kind of need to have one to favor. And the reason you need to have one to favor is that's where you ask people to go. Doesn't mean they're not going to subscribe elsewhere, but if YouTube's your preferred macro content, that's what you're collecting. That's what you're talking about. That's your one thing you're asking people to do. Then outside of that, we want to build, we talked about backlinks last month, or no, earlier this month. We want to build everywhere else on the internet, and we want to create content, we want backlinks, and we want as much as we can create simply and efficiently. And that's what StreamYard allows us to do. It allows us to create this for a part of all of this. And obviously go back and watch the backlink one if you didn't watch it, because it is so important to understanding how to link all this ecosystem together. Right, let's go fly a kite, or let's go look at StreamYard. Might help if I actually had it open to look at. I didn't see the chat going away. It's the energy drinks he sells. It's probably all those worth a try. Hours a day. Right, stop new share. Desktop to StreamYard. Okay, can you all see that up there says StreamYard with a list of things here? Okay, where's my notes? Sorry, everyone. Right. First things first, you don't need to go live. Okay, you don't need to go live. And don't forget, we're going to come to what you can create. So for the moment, I want you to be thinking, we all consume content. I want people to consume my content. I want to make it simply and efficiently. That's where our head's at for the moment. In a minute, and at the questions at the end, we can talk about what to create and how it fits your business. And we're going to have loads of time to do that today, all right? So this is the back end of StreamYard, okay? First thing I'm going to do actually is I'm actually not going to talk record or live. We're going to look at referrals, and I'm going to just talk about that for a moment. Most things you use probably have an affiliate link, okay? And nearly everything we use, I think Hopin's the only one I can't really find an affiliate link on. And under referrals, you get $25 for every referral you get. And as you can see down here, we've had 183 clicks, 42 referrals, $175 claimed. The reason that's pending is because they've not upgraded from the free to the paid account, and the rules are different for everyone. And credit, nothing's available because last month there was 25 bucks credit and that paid for last month. And sorry, I had something on my tongue. All of this is generated currently, I think, from one video on YouTube where we talk about StreamYard and how you can use it to create your podcast. Now, for those of you who decide to create video content or podcast content using StreamYard, there is nothing wrong with writing in the description, I create this content using StreamYard, here's my link. Absolutely. And that's what we should be doing. Opportunity, the fifth pillar of Yellow Tuxedo. That is an opportunity that can come from you creating one piece of content and writing your affiliate link into it. So just think about that, okay? At all times, we want to understand what the opportunities are. And there is an immediate opportunity. Right, let's go in. Two types of broadcasts we can make. We can just record something. So we can go create, record right there in the studio, and it looks like this. We're going to call it the Digital Circus today. Record locally for each participant, because we may want the raw data files, okay, if you get fancy. Well, you don't need to get fancy, but if you decide, go that. If you're not going to get fancy, just don't tick it, right? Create recording, you enter the studio, and we want to create simple and efficient content. So I enter the studio like this, I add me in, and I'm going to drop in some artwork. Where's our logo? I've got a logo in white. I'm going to chuck the Yellow Tuxedo, actually overlay. I'm going to drop the logo. Have I got anything on the left? Have I got anything on the left? No. And I'm going to add a banner at the bottom that says, oh, there we go. No, I don't want that. Sorry, I'm going to create a banner. I want it ticking across the bottom that says, you are all fabulous. Have I put a typo in that? Yes. So all graphics created in Canva, and all you do when you download them from Canva, you ensure the button is ticked for transparent background, and then you upload it here. So that's all I did to get that and that. That's an overlay. Where's overlays? Down here. And they are created in Canva. And as you download them from Canva as a PNG, you select transparent background. That's it, right? And all of a sudden, we've got a live stream. And sorry, we're recording. We haven't got a live stream. And we can invite a guest. We send them that link. If we want guests on. We can change the setup here, and I'm going to show you how we've used this in a moment. So we could present screen share. Let me just do a Chrome tab. That'll do. It's at the back, as long as it's the back end of our website. I hate it that Zoom goes. So we can do a tour of our screen here. We're recording. We go, hi, yeah, this is us on YouTube. We're doing a training session. Or, you know, Jackie, you could reference other people speaking, TED Talks. And you could talk people through your images in a slideshow. Nina, you could talk people through mindfulness and meditation. Sorry. Laura, you could do tours of a brand. Rebecca, you could take people through documents and do both. No, only the main person using StreamYard needs to be a subscriber. Everyone else, you just send them that link. And the glory of that link is they can use it on an iPad, an iPhone, their computer, wherever they are. You could have someone out and about on the street on their iPhone and get them in on that if you want to do something with the trees. Sorry, we got trees outside. That's all I could think of.
The other question from Ant there was about the local recording.
Yes, Ant, it is for both users. I will show you that in a moment because we tested that before this session this morning. So this is all recorded. None of this is live streamed, okay? I'm just going to record this for the sake of it. Record. Hi, everyone. This is our YouTube channel. Check it out. Right, end recording. There we go. So good. Not now. Return to dashboard. Pass. So we've recorded something right here, the Digital Circus, 6 seconds long. I've got options to download the recording. I can share it. So this is, imagine a client says, how do you do that? Which we get a lot. I can create that in StreamYard and I can just send this link to them. So the options are phenomenal. Or I could just download the audio and upload that to a podcast platform right there. Like nothing else to be done. I could, as long as, you've got to think about it, and I'll come to this thinking about it in a moment. But right there, I could do a 10-minute talk about my latest thing. I could export the audio and upload it to the podcast like that, like seconds. You've got to practice, you've got to understand what you're doing, but literally seconds, okay, after you've set it all up. So that's it. Audio exported, uploaded to podcast, done. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, you're going to see an amazing podcast with a trailer at the beginning and music and everything else, but it doesn't need to be. Okay. There's even Trevor Young. For those who know Trevor Young, literally in today's email is talking about stop getting hung up on the word professional. We're all humans. And it's okay, because that doesn't mean when you construct this recording, you don't go, today I'm talking about this, and make it sound like that. It doesn't mean you have to go that, but we're talking about, don't worry about the ums and the ahs. They're all okay. Heck, you might even get me making digital comments.
Shut the front door, Anthony. Shut the front door.
So then we've recorded something. We can export the audio, we can invite guests and have an interview, and we can use that recording, okay? And also we can download the video and we can upload that video to YouTube if live streaming's not quite there for us, right? We understand that. We understand that Emily and I are anomalies in this, quite happy to go, and Jackie, anomalies in this, quite happy to go, hey, I'm live, way, right? But it's taken years of us to practice because we understand the benefits for our business. So that's what we've done there. We've recorded something. We've put some fancy graphics over it, but we created in Canva. We've done no editing. And we've then got the video and the audio to put on YouTube, whatever we want to do with it. So we've created some very simple, efficient content. And actually, Laurie won't mind us saying this, the Mindful Eating Clinic, her entire YouTube channel, I believe, last time we spoken, was created in StreamYard with graphics overlaid, no editing, one take she did, and she did it there because she didn't know how to edit, but she did know how to create something in Canva as an overlay and drop it on. So feel free to go and check out Laurie.
You could also, as well, in your graphics at the beginning, you could, if you want to have that brand awareness with your titles and your end credits, you can create that and drop that in beforehand as well.
We will visit branding a little bit more in the next one because I wanted recording to be a whistle stop talk, because ultimately, if we're talking simplicity and efficiency, live streaming is even higher up the chain, because we're going to 3 platforms at once. One of them's macro content, and then we've got all of that content to do stuff with. When we go to live streaming, we need to set up our destinations. And I recommend we revisit destinations regularly, because I know Jackie's had a destination issue with LinkedIn, and we've had them before with LinkedIn, actually. So regularly go to here, click on the 3 dots and select reconnect. And this is how tricky it is to connect something to StreamYard. You go add destination. These are what you want to do. Free is the ones you're paying for on the entry level plan, and you select them. I don't know, I'm just going to reconnect them. You select reconnect like this. You got to make sure you're logged in. So on another tab, log in, and your destination was reconnected. You're good to go. Let's do YouTube, actually. This will probably have a hissy fit. Why is it doing that? Next. Recover account.
It's the wrong account.
Yeah, that's going to have a moment there. Yeah, that's the wrong email. Hold on. Oh, it's not there. It's not auto-save. Scrap. I knew that one wasn't going to go right.
It's because you're on Chrome.
Well, it is because I'm on. No, it's not because I'm on Chrome. Hold on. Can I do? Let's try LinkedIn. Reconnect. There we go. Sign in. By my son. Yeah, scrap all that. It's really easy to connect your desktop. It is easy. I don't know why they're all having moments there. Actually, I've changed my password for LinkedIn. That's why.
Right.
We've not used StreamYard in a couple of months, actually. So hold on. Broadcast, create, live stream, and I can only go to my Facebook for the moment. That's fine. The Digital Circus live, can't call it that. Can't call it. That's a separate event. That's a separate brand live stream. Description, we're going to put our description. So if I jump over here into our content, sorry, Emily, on YouTube, we put our descriptions at the bottom of everything. They go on every single video opportunity, including our affiliate links here under tools we used. And I'm going to take that. It's quite long-winded, actually, and copy that. And I'm going to post that there with a description saying we're testing. Now, this bit's really important. I'm going to click schedule for later. I'm going to click schedule for later, and then it's going to give me the option to upload artwork. So we're creating that artwork once. It's going to be used multiple times. It's going to be used here. It's going to be used in the blog. It's all pretty much the same size, 720p. What's 720p? 1020 by 720? 1080 by 720? We'll confirm it. If you go into Canva and type 720p, that's what you're creating. And then we're going to schedule it over here. We're actually just going to go live now. And then we're going to select create broadcast. And that can be for 24, 48 hours time, YouTube, LinkedIn, giving you time to use that scheduled event as your social media, as your social post, because we're all running out of stuff to talk about on social media, allegedly. But when we're creating content, it gives us something to talk about. So therefore, pacifying that need for social content. But we're not going to schedule it. We're just going to go live. We're not actually going to go, oh, we could go live.
Let's go live.
Right. Create broadcast. So we're entering the studio. You do not go live straight away. Jackie will know this. In that case, it's Emily and Alan. If we're
He's very chivalrous. He likes me to go first in the names.
I'm big on people like me, if that makes sense, not being people like me, white, middle-aged, middle class, heterosexual, drives me up the wall. So I try not to be like that as much as I can. So, right, what we got? We got Emily and Alan. And interestingly, we like Emily and Alan, but we like us the other way round. And someone didn't like it once when we were on their podcast, and we went tough. That's what we do. We're going to chuck StreamYard. What's this? Meet the speakers. What do we got? All of this created in Canva. We got a countdown. So Jackie, you know about countdown? When you press live, it's a bit blah. So create a countdown, and there's a free countdown here. So you'd go countdown, and then you'd go live. We're going live on Facebook. So if those of us who want on Facebook, feel free to open it on your phone and watch us.
It gives you that time to think about not waffling when you go live, because what we all do is like, and we'll have a bit of banter between us and the guests, and we don't need to do that.
Breathe.
So it gives you the time to go, right,
Breathe.
8 seconds left. When I go live, our audience don't need to be us flapping.
And if anyone's there, they're in your green room down here, and you add them. Way! Now, this is really interesting. We are live on Facebook whilst on Zoom in a Digital Circus session talking about StreamYard, but we're using to go live on Facebook as a demo right now. Can you explain that? Is that the Matrix? Are we in the Matrix?
It's like we're in the Matrix.
It is like we're in the Matrix.
This is a shameless plug.
We've got a watcher. Is it any of you watching, or is it someone else? It's Nina. Nina, leave a comment on Facebook, please. So we got a comment. Nina says hello. Hey Nina, welcome along today for this serious professional live stream as we are demonstrating. So we've got engagement going on. We've got 3 watchers. So I don't know, no idea who's watching. If you're watching and you're not in the Zoom we're in right now, please can you say hello so we can add that comment on screen. Oh, Laura Robinson. And so we're engaging with our audience. This is brilliant. And this can be part of participation. This is part of your content you can create. You can run live podcast recording that have people asking questions live. What better way to engage with your audience? You can run, we're going to talk about what you can run in a moment. So we can do all this stuff. We can add banners along the bottom like this, the Digital Circus.
If you're watching this right now and you're not a member of the Digital Circus, please hit that link. We'd love to see you in the virtual big top. It'd be lovely to see your face.
But more importantly, the Digital Circus.live, which is the 28th of March 2023. Tickets are on sale now. They're an absolute bargain for the growth and benefit of your business and you as a human being. And we can do all this. 4 people watching. We don't know who the 4th is. Rebecca. How do we know it's Rebecca? Oh yeah, there you are. Are we in the? We are literally in the Matrix. Who knows which one to chat on right now? And this is what we do. We're live streaming. It's fun. Let's keep it fun. If your brand allows you. I mean, all brands allow you to be fun, but you know what I mean.
Like the next comment down. That's a really good one for anyone else to watch that.
There we go. Laura says, join the Digital Circus to learn all these amazing tips. Now, I wish we'd gone live on YouTube and LinkedIn as well. Oh, no, I couldn't reconnect them, could I?
Thank you very much for joining us today. We're going to keep this short and sweet because we have to get back to teaching in the big top. We'll see you again really, really soon.
Yeah, take care, everyone. Right, end broadcast. Done. Okay. Oh, no, not done. You've got to press it twice. It's well annoying. And it went good. They ask this all the time. And you can do fun things, right? So you've got your countdown. We have an outro. We're not live anymore. So you can play an outro which says, thank you. Well, let me move Laura's comment. Thank you for what. So we have an outro, which when we remember to do, and then we press end at the end of the outro, because this content is going out there forever. This is now evergreen content that we've created from our live stream. Fact, I believe, let's return to dashboard, leave studio. I believe the figure stated is only 10%, if less than that, will watch your content live. 90% will watch it afterwards, okay? And happy to share our figures with you always. If I go back here, the Yellow Magic Hour is what Emily and I are quite proud about, and what Trevor Young was talking about today. 3 years after we did it, he's still referencing this in one of his LinkedIn posts. We love Trevor Young. Why can't I find it? Playlists. Where's the Yellow Magic Hour? Why didn't that pop up when I searched?
It's just not in your favour today, is it?
Magic. That one will do.
Yeah.
That's not the... So these figures are not mind-blowing, okay? I'm not about to bowl you over with 100,000 views, but what I am going to say is this live stream we did, 60 views, that's terrible, actually. There's one with about 300, right? But this live stream we did, but we optimized, so why communication matters is the optimization, that we've put all of this in, but we did a live stream once on, still sits there, still gets used, and if it doesn't get watched, it still gets shared out by us. It still gets talked about by us. It still gets referenced by us. It still gets referenced by Trevor Blimmin Young in his LinkedIn post. It's still being used. For one, this was an hour-long show we did. For one 1-hour show, okay? This is the power of creating content like this. You get to reuse, repurpose, be referenced and everything. Right, let's jump back into StreamYard. So if you share a live on Facebook, am I right? I think it stores it on your page. Would you use StreamYard to post it on other? Now, look, if I'm honest, if we're ever going to go for a mass live streaming campaign again, I feel we would pay for the next one up on StreamYard and go live to as many platforms as we can, even if we currently have nothing on it like Twitch. It's just too important to do, and sort of push that affiliate link a little bit more to try and do it. Does that answer your question, Ant? I don't know if it did answer.
It goes directly to your Facebook and it stores it directly on your Facebook page. Yes, so you don't have to then go and re-upload it. It'll be there on your
page. Sorry, I'm with you. But also, because you've done it to YouTube out the bat, you can take that and post that wherever you want. in emails, newsletters, other people's, you know, your business one. You can share the YouTube version wherever you want because it's YouTube, right? With StreamYard. Well, you would share the YouTube one. So this video here, we created it with StreamYard, but for us to then share it around, I would copy the YouTube link and share it around.
It's important when you go back to your ecosystem there is that we're trying to get people into that kind of that holy trinity of the three places and for you to be able to nurture that. So why would you send them back to with the StreamYard link when actually you could be sending them to your channel? Because if they watch the YouTube version of that, then they're likely to stay around. They're going to absorb more content. They might have a poke around the rest of your channel. They may click one of the other links. They might go and read a blog. So we're kind of moving that around. So once you've used that StreamYard link once, yes, secondly, use the YouTube link after that.
I don't know why I can't find macro content creations. Okay. Sorry, Emily nudged me because we are, I didn't realize we were running over this much. Apologies, everyone. Okay, so then when we've done that, it sits here. We've got various things we can do. We can download the recording. We can download the audio right there. This is stuff we've covered before. We can go straight to Facebook and share it out again. The last thing of any real excitement that I want to talk about, destinations, inside, post-broadcasting, is when you go into videos, they sit here. This is our test with Emily. So if I go to download, I can't play it because I'm eating porridge in it. And we did local recordings. So that recorded on Emily's MacBook, then uploaded, and now allows me to download it here, okay? And the original recording, I can trim off the beginning and end here, and then I can share it out. So going back to the answering client stuff. So if, let's say, Anne, using you, a potential client says, oh, Anne, have you got any pictures from Netley Abbey? You could use StreamYard to record something. Where's the hop-in tour? To record something like this hop-in tour. Hello and welcome for the hop-in with the pictures. And then you can go, yeah, here's 5 of my favorites. I've just talked you through them and what the bride and groom were up to. Here's the link for it. Feel free to enjoy that as I talk you through those pictures. So the potential for use is huge, right? And I think for the moment, that's it on StreamYard. Any more than that, and we're going a bit too complicated, I think, for the moment. I want you to be inspired and motivated to use it.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What's the benefit of doing local recordings?
That's really interesting. So think about it like this. If you've set up your camera, your lights, your microphone and everything here, and the recording version you'll get is what's on the server in Uzbekistan, it's never going to be as good as the version here because of internet, Wi-Fi, etc., etc. So if you are feeling fancy, local recording. If you're not bothered, to be honest, I don't think we'd bother unless we were really wanting to make sure it was amazing for the podcast, then do local. But I think everything's good enough for average Joes like us that just getting the kind of main recording is fine.
I think that comes down to if you're going podcast only and you're not looking to use the video part of it, if you only want to do audio, then absolutely. But that local recording will help you with that better sound. If you're using a video first approach, people are a lot more forgiving if the sound's not quite there because they have something they can see and it's tangible for them as well anyway. So again, think about what your need is.
And can you all see the presentation now? Yeah. And I feel if anyone's creating a podcast, it should be a video first podcast. And if you are going to invest in any tech, the first thing you should invest in is a microphone, right? Before anything, go and buy a microphone, 30 quid, 500 quid, whatever you want, as much as you want to spend, go and buy a Rode mic.
Nice, Jackie.
Bye, Jackie, thank you. Go and buy a Rode mic and make that your first purchase, okay? And you can spend as little as 20 quid all the way up. And with microphones, the more you spend, the better, but it's up to your budget. Okay, let's crack on because I want time for questions. What do we create? What the heck do we create? So we've got interviews, testimonial. We did a series called That Light Bulb Moment. Thanks, Laura was on that, called That Light Bulb Moment, where it was 3 minutes long, where we got members of the Digital Circus on StreamYard, and I went, tell us what your light bulb moment was. and they told us, and that was a testimonial video that we've used time and time again. Laura is one of them. It's on our YouTube channel, gets watched periodically, might get shared out again this week because now I'm thinking about it and we've already made it. So testimonial, how-tos. How-tos is the easiest ones for businesses like us, right? How-tos are easy out there. Laura, you could how-tos. Shows. The Yellow Magic Hour we showed you was a show, right? And we're probably going to do another show. We're just getting it planned in our head. Launches. You're doing a launch event. You're launching a new product or service. Trisha Lewis launched her website, for those who know her, and took you on a tour of her new website. Put that out on her socials. Tours, launches, tours, same thing. Webinars, workshops, nothing stopping you doing a live stream into a Facebook group from Streamyard and doing a webinar or a workshop. Nothing wrong with you doing it as a live stream onto your public pages. Nothing stopping you doing anything. This is the point here. This is the problem, is we're in the Gordon Ramsay world where the menu is so big, we sometimes don't know what to do. Whereas Gordon Ramsay says, has 5 things on your menu and do them very well. Live demos, contests, got something new, do a live demo. I was hoping Nicola Dickinson was going to be here. That'd be perfect for her. A live demo or a contest. Classes, courses. You could record your courses. You could live stream your courses into something, excuse me, and do them repeatedly. Client queries, like we were talking about you, Anne, with the photo thing. And then I've written mindfulness, Nina, because I felt this would be, I had you in my head, actually. I didn't know you were going to, perhaps I did know you were going to be here today. Nina always brings the energy. And, you know, whether that's like, perhaps you've done this, that's why, a lunchtime meditation or a lunchtime this, or on your phone, out and about in the woods doing it. Imagine that. You can live stream from your phone in the woods and do it. And I know people are talking, what's forest bathing? Is that the thing? People are talking a lot about forest bathing at the moment. Imagine doing a digital forest bathe.
Well, the whole point is you're meant to be in.
I know, I understand the irony of that, but it doesn't matter, right? The point is the options are there. The options are there. And that's the point of this. I want you to be going, actually, I understand why I would do it. It looks simple enough to do. What shall I do? Let me have a think about that. And as always, you know, Emily and I don't mind being sounding boards. Just drop us a DM going, I'm thinking of doing this. What do you think? And that brings us on to our next point. Plan it. Okay. Emily and I are the king and queen of going, should we just go live? But even we admit that when we plan it, it is better. 100% better. The reason Trevor Young still references the Yellow Magic Hour 2 or 3 years later is because we blimmin' planned that to within an inch of its life. We knew what we were doing. We created a 6-part series. We knew exactly what we wanted it to be.
Who our guests were going to be.
We knew our guests were going to be. We knew what the topic was going to be. We knew we were going to make it fun. We knew we were going to live stream it. Now, we never did the audio podcast back then. We still can. I still have the content. We can extract the audio. I can still cut. I say I because I'm the one who does the editing, right? We can still cut and slice it up now. It's all created, but we planned it. And when we come out with another show, we will be using the Yellow Magic Hour to promote our new show. But plan it, plan it, plan it. We had this conversation recently. A small business started a podcast. I can talk about, I don't know the names anyway. Their podcast was about like women in property.
Oh, you've gone very specific with it. It's about an estate agent.
Oh, it was an estate agent. And already at episode 5, they've got someone coming on talking about hypnotherapy that has nothing to do with being an estate agent, right? And that's because they've gone, let me tap into my network and see who wants to be on my podcast. Your podcast, your content will always be better when it has a purpose linked to your audience, all right? Yeah. And the people you want to view it.
And that's why we have always shied away from doing a regular weekly podcast, and why we do better as Emily and Alan in terms of a shorter series or those micro projects, because they have a distinct start, middle and end to that, and we can utilize it, and we can really think about giving value in those bits of content. When you are committing to a weekly podcast, which is absolutely fun, and lots of people love doing that,
and that you will win if you commit to a weekly podcast.
You get that panic and that rush of going, oh my goodness, I'm committing to having guests on the show. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to talk about this week. Oh, you know, I'm going to crowbar that theme in because I don't know where else to go with it, and it's just content for content's sake. Having that clear direction will really help you kind of firm up your position in your industry.
Yeah, I saw a great quote recently. Can't remember the quote, obviously, but it basically said, when we say consistency, What we're actually meaning is regularity. All right. So you don't need to do something every week, because that's a lot for all of us. If you can, tick, mega tick, if you can do it weekly, but you do need to do it regularly. Okay. So whether that's a 6-part series every 3 months or something like that is up to you. Okay. But it will be better if you do it that way. Now, if you don't want to live stream, you can binge record. What's it called when you bulk record? Etc., etc. There's all these things you can do to make your life easy and to fit in with the simplicity and efficiency you need. No, you don't have to. We pay monthly, Anne, actually. So I don't. Normally, there's a little button that means you change from monthly to
also,
annual.
it's Black Friday this week, so check out to see if there's any Black Friday deals.
I've not even thought about that. So Mailer Light are trying to get us all to move over from classic to new on their Black Friday deal. And then I realized it meant cancelling one subscription and taking out a new one, which I felt was a bit cheeky of them, but there we go. And I love Mailer Light, you know that. Right, that's it. Questions. Feel free to unmute yourself. Feel free to do whatever you want.
Hang on, how did you get 2 bits of your mug on that final? Thanks, Nina. Oh, Nina's got a question on.
Yeah. Oh, Nina. Go, Nina.
Sorry for background noise if you can hear all the stuff. But so you mentioned the first thing we should go and buy is a speaker.
A microphone.
Sorry?
A microphone.
A microphone, sorry, a microphone. So, but what about a camera then? And so I was exactly thinking before you said it about being out and about and in the forest or on the beach, and thinking, well, how do I set up my camera so it looks like a decent recording? Because at the moment when I've done little videos, I've literally held my phone out in front of me.
Yeah.
What's the best? Can you make a recommendation of how to do that?
Yep. So there's 2 parts to this, Nina. First of all, if you're live streaming. So if you're live streaming, you're going to want to use your phone with Streamyard, etc., multiple platforms, and you've got various microphone options you can do. And I talked about how to make it stable. We need to finish on time today. So you can get this. This is a lavalier mic. It's a newsreader microphone like that. Okay, so it clips there. There's a cable that connects. You can get wireless versions of this for a couple of £100. Rode do it and DJI do it. I think if I was starting a new with microphone purchasing and my budget allowed, I would buy the DJI wireless mics. You get 2 in the box, and so you can have guests and you can connect them to your phone and you can live stream with them, etc., etc. That's what I would buy and they're about £250, I think, if I was starting again and redesigning our microphone setup, because I can also use them in here, right? To keep it steady, you have a choice. You can either get a tripod, of course our tripod's downstairs, and you can clamp it to the tripod and put that on the floor and stand in front of it. Or you can get what's called a gimbal, anywhere between 50 and £100, and you put your phone in it and it will keep your phone dead steady. Or you've got a Gorilla Pod that Ant's got there, £25 on Amazon. Black Friday tomorrow. If you're buying anything, have a look tomorrow. So that's what we'll do. Happy, Nina, if you find something and you want to go, is this any good? Just send us the link in a DM and I'll have a look. Like, no issues with that. And Emily, remind me to set up our Amazon affiliate links on recommended tech and hardware. So that's it. Microphone, first purchase. Your iPhone or your smartphone's camera is good enough. And this is our built-in camera on my MacBook. So, that's what we're using now.
And then once again, focus on the quality of what you're saying, because people will be forgiving if you've got something of value you want to say and you're engaging. It doesn't matter as much. We want to have it polished and lovely and professional, but that's something you can build in as you get confident doing what you're doing. And you can always upgrade your tech as you go along. Starting is best thing. Start first, microphone second, upgrade everything else as and when you get to it. If you're just recording and not live streaming, then just use the camera in your phone with exactly the same tech we've just talked about. And I do feel for you, a wireless mic would be a worthwhile investment, but understand it's a few hundred, 256, whatever it is. But if you want to know what it is, let me know and I'll send you a link to that. Cool. Any other questions? Anyone feeling I might start this? I see where this could fit in my world. Rebecca's like,
Yeah. All of you can see, because we don't forget, we all started with agreeing we consume content. So let's have content out there. And very quickly, because we have to finish, if not a bit early today, it's up for us to be the differentiators in what we do. It's up for, there's nothing stopping an accountant, taking it away from all of us, being the accountant that live streams everywhere. There's the balloon market based out of Totton, Cadnam area, Southampton, who built their audience on a regular live stream on YouTube. Go and check out the balloon market. They sell balloons. I don't even know what they talk about. Trevor Young, who I've talked about, always talks about the Goulet Pen Company. They do a weekly live stream.
on pens.
On pens. I have no idea what they talk about weekly. I've never watched one, but they keep going.
Yeah, decent sound quality always.
Yes, sound's more important than video, 100%. Like just start. Or come and have a power hour of us, not a sales pitch, just putting it out there. And we'll help you plan it, right? We will help you come up with something creative to plan what you're going to do. Right, we need to stop. I'm ever so sorry. Any questions? Let's move this one onto the DM or email. Always prefer DM. It just feels quicker. And I think you write less. So, but thank you all so much for coming along today. I can't wait to see what you all start creating and putting out there. Don't let your fears be your blocker. Let the tech be the blocker, and we've just solved it for you. All right. That's how this should be. Be the differentiator in your industry. Thanks, everyone.
See you later, everybody.
Bye.